even though I've been saying it from the very, very beginning anyway. But yeah, so guys, good evening. So let's go right into it. Please, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is my video clear? Do I have any background noise? Do we go ahead? Please just confirm if you want me to go ahead, and so we'll just go right ahead. I have been speaking for a long time. I don't know if you guys have been hearing me. Please, can I go ahead? Can you hear me? Please confirm if you can hear me. Confirm if my video is clear, if the audio is clear. Hello, everyone. Please, can you hear me? I have been speaking for a while. It seems that nobody has heard me for a long time. I've been here saying hello, how are you? It's been a while that I miss all of you. I'm not repeating what I said again. I'm not repeating what I said, but hi, good evening, everyone. Happy New Week. I hope you're excited. We've come to the end of the training. I think this is the last week, and so you are at the point where everything that you've learned up to this very moment we're going to see the results. This is the time where we have to start seeing results, right? Like I said from the very beginning of the class, you have to ensure that everything that you've been learning, you've been putting it out there, you're building, you're pitching yourself out to people, and you are actually doing the work. So if you've not been doing the work all through that time, if you've not been working since week 1, now is week 8. So you have no excuse to why you have not started doing something about everything that you've been learning, right? So today's class, I'm going to share everything that I know about content management. Content management is so essential, especially if you're into social media strategy, social media lead, social media manager, content creator, content marketer, content strategist, content lead. Honestly, again, right, all of these names all of these names is just corporate. Sometimes organizations just bring up new things to just make it seem like, oh, it's something special. But all of these rules, everything we've been learning up to this very moment, I'm sure that you guys already know that there are skill sets that are transferable. There are skill sets that I can have as a content writer that I will even need as a content creator or as a content marketer. So what it means is that everything that we're going to hear, everything we're going to learn today is the practical stuff. We're going to learn everything about content management. What are the tools that you need? What are the tools you're going to need to ensure that you're not burnt out, you're not overwhelmed, you are thriving? I'm also going to teach you everything that I know about how to pitch yourself out and how to get clients, right? So it's going to be a very interesting class. So let's get right into it, guys. So if you can hear me, let's go. So what is content management? Content management is more than scheduling posts, right? A lot of times I hear people, or I even see it within my colleagues, when they're like, oh, content management is just about, overseeing everything content, just to ensure that there are systems, there are processes in place to ensure that you are optimized as a content creator. You're able to you're able to juggle a lot of accounts or portfolio as a content person, right? But I think that content management is more than that. Like I said, content management is, when you hear content management, you have to start thinking about systematic processes. It's about how to ensure that your entire work. So a simple illustration I'll give is the juggler. Do you guys know the juggler? Juggler is a person. I don't. If you guys watch cartoons or movies, there's always one person, or even with clowns or with children, there's always a juggler. There's someone who's like juggling a lot of stuff at the same time, right? They'll juggle a lot of stuff, and then they still have balance. They're still able to hold everything together. Sometimes I think you see them at circus. Yeah, you see them at parks, mostly with kids. But it's typical. I'm giving you an illustration of a juggler. A juggler can manage a lot of things. In fact, some of them can even, like, Some jugglers can even close their eyes and they can juggle as many things as possible, right? For like if you're outside, you think they are magicians, but they're actually not magicians. I'm bringing this to sort of illustrate that there's a way you can manage a lot of things, but yet there is rhythm. Like there is a process to everything. It's not magic. So the idea of a juggler is a juggler can manage a lot of things because they have balance, they have rhythm. It's not about how much they can take in as much a lot in as much as they have balance, in as much as they have a systematic process, right? So what this means is content management is the systematic process of planning, of creating, distributing, and managing, basically managing content, across all platforms that aligns with brand goals. Right. So content management, when you're thinking about content management, when you're thinking about content management, you have to start thinking, in fact, if you do so well, with content management practices, you are you are you are no longer an entry level social media manager or an entry level content creator. You're already a manager, because when you think about content management, you're thinking ahead, you're thinking about systems, you're thinking about processes, and that's what a lot of creatives do not have. Because I mean, when I think about it, as creatives, we have high days. Like there are times when I have mad content ideas and I am on the sky, like I'm on the sky, I'm doing so well, right? And there are days where I'm just tired, I don't know what to do, I'm burnt out, I have creative block, every excuse that you can think about. Because as creatives, we have peak days, right? And I mean, if you are here taking this course, you need to know that you are a creative. Whether you're doing content, whether you're doing social media management, it's a creative work, right? So you need to start seeing yourself as a creative, because you're the person bringing out all of these ideas. But what makes you unique is the fact that you're actually executing all of the ideas that you're proposing, and that's the value that you're offering, right? What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that if you're able to create system and processes for your content to ensure that there is a consistent flow. See, I know content creators that they post every day, guys, but they don't post in real time. Like, you can create content for like a month in like 2 days. Like you just sit and change clothes, and especially if you've planned, you've written your script, you know what you're about to say, you set the environment, you've done everything that you need to do to ensure that you can actually create your content. You create everything. You create content for like the next 1 month, and every day you are posting consistently. That is content management, because there's a systematic process. You've seen that. I have a 9 to 5, and if I have a 9 to 5, it means that every single day I have to report somewhere. So it means that it's literally impractical for you to create content every single day. So what do I do? Okay, on Saturday, I will ensure that from 12 to 2 o'clock, I am shooting content. I will shoot at least six video content, right? If I need to shoot six video content, what do I need to do? I'll go to my content bank. Okay, I want to shoot Get Ready With Me. I want to shoot transition. I want to shoot talking video. I want to shoot with my mommy. I want to shoot with my daddy. I want to shoot at least six videos, and then I have six different concepts. What do I do next? Okay, I start writing my script. What is the hook? What am I saying? What are the angles? Where am I filming the content? Which hairstyle do I want to put on? Am I wearing makeup? What dress do I want to? Honestly, because a bulk of our work as content people is planning. Like a huge chunk of our work, I'm telling you, like literally 50% of your work is planning. 50% of your work is planning. And I'll give you an example, right? Please confirm if you can hear me again before I go ahead. Please confirm if you can hear me wherever you are. Please, can you hear me? Please, can you hear me so I can go ahead? Excuse me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, fantastic. Thank you, Angel. All right, so I was saying that 50% of your work as a creative, as a content person, whether you're a content writer, whether you're a content, in fact, 50% of your work is planning. And this is where a lot of us fall short. I'm not even going to lie that this is something that I still struggle with. Because I was going to give a practical example. At my organization right now, we have a yearly calendar of the campaigns that we also run per month, right? And then this month, like I said, I don't know if you guys know, I work for a children's clothing brand. That's one company that I work with. And so we have a calendar, a seasonal calendar where each team know what they're supposed to do at every given month. We have campaigns because we do photo shoots, we do a lot of in-store activation, we do a lot of marketing things every month because there's always something going on, right? I'll give you a practical example. This month, if you are aware, June and July is graduation, right? So we ought to plan for graduation. This month is also Father's Day. Father's Day is next week. This month was also Salah. That was last week, right? This same month we had something. There was something else that was going on. So imagine we have three campaigns, three like big campaigns in the office, like big campaigns. Father's Day, there's Salah, and then there's graduation. Now, if you know graduation is the biggest because if you have a child, graduation is really big because parents spend a lot of money buying clothes for their children during graduation because of course it's an emotional thing. So they will put money into it. Father's Day as well, right? And Salah. So where does planning come in? What planning will look like for me as the social media lead? Hold on, please give me a moment. All right, guys, I'm back. So I'm sure the background noise has reduced. I had to turn it off. Okay. So what planning will look like for me as a social media lead is I already identified that we have three seasonal campaigns in the month of June. Apparently, I was not supposed to go on leave this June as well. So it means like what that means is I literally had to plan every single thing. Also because I wanted to go on leave. And when I say I wanted to, I'm still not gone. So it means that I'm not going to be in the office every time. And of course, during the campaigns, I'm not going to be there. What does that mean? It means that I have to create a content calendar. Content calendar for the month of June. I did that. And that content calendar for the month of June would capture every campaign, like every campaign that we're doing. There's going to be storytelling content, engaging content, educational content. Each content for the entire month of June has to capture all of these campaigns, right? That's what planning looks like for me. You realize that because we have these campaigns, like for example, Salah was last week. Salah, when Salah came, there were a lot of backlogs. There were a lot of things that were supposed to happen that were not even in my plate, right? But they were sort of affecting my work. So what did I do? Because I already have a content calendar that we've already created that has already been approved, we knew what we were supposed to work with. We knew that this is Salah week. It means that we're going to push every single thing about Salah, from storytelling content to engaging content to promotional content and to even sales, because at the end of the day, we want to make money, right? And so, what planning would have looked like for me is to have even created all of those content before Salah last week, right? What I would have looked like is that I recognize that Salah was last week. This is a campaign. Like we literally have merchandise that we need to put out. So before the week, I would, with the help of my content calendar, I have already identified the type of content that I want to create, and I would have already identified the things that I need to ensure that I actually create that content. So if there's a part of the content, or if there's a place in my content calendar that sort of captures someone coming in, maybe a child wearing the merchandise that we want to promote, I need to already get that child. I need to already have that shot. I need to have it edited. I need to have it scheduled. So what I'm trying to say is, as a creative, as a content person, whether you're a writer, whether you're a creator, you need to know that if you are bad at planning, you need to double up. You need to actively learn how to plan. You will not believe, in fact, I'm not even ashamed to tell you that till today, I still watch tutorials on YouTube on how to use Notion. Like, I like the app, but sometimes I just don't know how to use it. And I see a lot of people saying Notion helps them. Notion helps them to keep their thoughts organized. Notion helps them to do their content calendar. Notion helps them to sort of put their life together. And I'm like, I need to have this for myself. I need to learn how to optimize this platform. What I'm trying to just say is, when you're thinking about content management, you are no longer you're not an entry level social media manager. Like, you're thinking you're thinking far ahead. Like, and it sets you apart. You might not know how much it sets you apart, but it sets you apart. That way, you have, with the example of a juggler, that way, you when everything is planned, you even know that you have free time. You can use your free time to do other things. You can use your free time to even work on other people's accounts. Like, you can do so much more for yourself. And that's the reason why planning is important. Content management is a systematic process. There has to be systems. If you don't have systems as a creative, your work is going to be inconsistent. If your work is inconsistent, people will not see the value in why they should have you long term. People will not see you as someone who is put together. You will not be seen as a professional if you don't know how to put your things together. And that's what sets you apart. Again, if you're working for if you're working in an oil and gas company, or working in banking and finance, and you're telling me that as a creative, as a social media person, you don't have any systematic process to ensure that you're doing your work, and you're saying that you don't have a process, you don't have processes, in fact, to ensure that your work does not even revolve around you. What that means is basically your planning. What's your planning? How do you plan? How do you create? How do you maintain content? How do you repurpose? All of these things is super important. And I'm emphasizing it because it's not something that people will teach you everywhere. Like, every time you just say, okay, start here. A lot of advice that me I hear is, start here, do this, do that, create this type of content, how to create type of content, but nobody will teach you how to plan. No one will teach you how to no one will teach you how to batch create content. No one will teach you how to use analytical tools. No one will show you that, see, you can be the greatest content creator. If you're not consistent, you cannot, in fact, if you're not consistent, you can't reach your fullest potential. You can do well for yourself even when you're not inconsistent, but there is always better, even if you're good. And being consistent is not vibes, is calendar. Like, it has to be in your calendar. There has to be a structure for it. And that's why content management is here. Right. So let's run far. I hope we all understand that. So content management is a systematic process of planning, creating, distributing, and managing content that aligns with the brand goals. Right. So what does content management involves? Content management involves content calendars. Content calendars is not hard, guys. I promise you that it is not hard. I told you that I see a lot of people use Notion to create their content calendar, but I have not gotten there yet. Like I said, I still watch YouTube videos, or I even know people who use Notion a lot, and then I ask them, how do you even use it, right? So, because I don't know how to use Notion doesn't mean I'm not going to have a content calendar that works. I use Google Sheets. Google Sheet is easier for me. I can wake up in the middle of the night and literally create a content calendar from Google Sheet. And so it is what works for me. It is easy for me. And so I'm going to use it. So what am I trying to say? If you don't know how to use the big platforms or the big tools, that's fine. Like, you can literally just find a way that all of your things are together. You need to find what works for you. If everybody's saying, "Oh, I'm using Notion," "Oh, I'm using Trello," I even prefer, honestly, I even prefer Trello than Notion. But I also see the limitation with using Trello because, of course, Notion, you can actually use Notion to put in a whole lot of things, right? But I don't know how to use it as much as I would like. And so because I don't know how to use it, doesn't mean I won't still find what works for me. I'm just trying to encourage you that, see, you need to find what works for you. If everybody's saying that one tool is working for them and for you, for me, I use Google Doc. Like Google is like my I have all of my life in Google. Like I use Google Doc, I use Google Sheets, I use Google Slides. Every other person uses on I even started incorporating Gima. Gima is the AI website that you can that helps you to create slide points or slides, AI slides. But I just learned about it. I'm still trying it, right? And I'm not the best at it, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to use what I still have, which is Google Doc, which is Google Slides. Sorry. What am I trying to say? I'm just trying to say that, see, I even use my iPhone notepad. Like if you check my iPhone notepad, I literally have a folder called content dump. Like I literally just go and dump every content idea that I have. Okay, we'll talk about that as we go forward. But what am I just trying to say? Find what works for you. Just because I'm saying that Notion, Trello, if it doesn't work for you, find what works for you. I was using Asana back in 2022 or so. It was a popular influencer that sort of made me know Asana. Asana is a productivity app as well. It's a project management tool as well, like Trello and Notion. I checked out Asana. I did not understand. Like it wasn't working for me. I dropped it. I went to my my iPhone notepad, and I've been using it, right? So let's come back. Content management involves content calendars, distribution strategy. Distribution strategy is basically how you sort of repurpose or optimize content across all platforms. I've said it again and again that just because you're posting on every platform works differently. So you need to have a distribution strategy, right? Channel management, how do you manage your blogs, your emails, your social media, right? Your analytics and optimization. What are your analytics? Sorry, there seems to be how do you track your reports? How do you track what's working, what's not working? You need analytic tools. Me, I use Meta Business. Like I use Meta Business Suite for the social media, the platforms, the accounts I work with on Meta. That's on Facebook, on Instagram. I use Meta Business. Meta Business does the analytics for me. Meta Business does the scheduling. Meta Business does almost everything that I want to do on my primary platforms like Instagram and Facebook. I don't use Buffer, I don't use Sprouts, I don't use all of those things for Meta apps because I use Meta Business Suits. And it's easy for me because I'm used to it. Right? Again, find what works for you. Don't be scared to try. Again, another content management, what content management involves is also repurposing content to get more from less. Repurposing content is a in fact it will always help you. It will come in handy. You never know, but it will definitely come in handy. So you need to learn how to repurpose your content because again, you might not always be available to create content. Even this seasonal campaign that I was telling you about, we had to repurpose a picture we shot last year for last year's Salah for this year campaign because we just had to put two and two together. And so we're like, this picture is still here and we still have this merchandise, we still have the inventory. So why don't you just push it out using the same picture, even though it was taken last year? If we don't have a bank for our content, there's no way we can even find that picture that we took last year. That's number one. Like there is no way I'll find it because it has already gone. We've posted it, we've moved past it. But because everything we do is documented, we have everything in a Google Drive. We have everything in a Google folder. Every campaign, with their months, with everything is just systemized that way. So you can always go and pick up something, even though you took it last year or 3 years ago or 5 months ago. As long as it is relevant today, you can always reuse it. This is the power of repurposing content. Repurposing content is repurposing content is you getting more from less. Like, you don't have to reshoot, you don't have to spend so much money doing content every single day or doing major campaigns every single month when you've already shot those things before, when you've already advertised those things before. Why don't you just repurpose them? And I mean, that's what AI is doing. A lot of people just repurpose their content with AI. Tell AI to republish it, tell AI to transform it, tell AI to do something about it, to redefine it, and then AI gives you a new look. You spend less money, less resources. All you have to do is just go on ChatGPT. Do you understand? So, like, content management is so important. Like, that's literally what I'm trying to emphasize, because when you're thinking about content, when you're thinking like a content manager, just like the name says, manager, you're not a small child. Like, you're not an entry level staff like everybody. You're not just someone who just stumbled on content creation and just started creating content. You're not a TikTok content creator that is just dancing every single day. You are talking like a manager. You're literally projecting. You're ensuring that the brand that you're managing is consistent. Is You're taking responsibility, and people see these things, right? And that way you're able to even earn more and charge more value because you understand what you're bringing to the table. Please, I hope I'm not too fast. I hope you understand everything I've been talking about. If you're still here, please just let me see that you're here. Let me see that you're here. Let me know that you're here. Right. So, a real world insight. I just want to share an insight with you. You see your favorite brands like Zikoko, Piggy Vest, or Flutterwave. They didn't just grow on vibes. And this is the difference between a content manager and a content creator. Like, you're not thinking, I just remembered something. You know how, I don't know if you guys know that there was a time where Instagram were bringing down accounts. Like, Instagram will literally just suspend your account from nowhere. And mind you, let me tell you, it is so hard. It is super hard for you to reach a Meta support person. Like, it is not easy for something to happen to your account and then you have someone who is going to attend to you immediately. Like the way you have Nigerian customer care, or you call a bank now and then you are lamenting that my money, blah blah blah. It's not like that for Meta. For you to reach a Meta support personnel, it could literally take you weeks. If I'm not even exaggerating, I'm not even joking, because I know people who have dealt with this. And at the end of the day, they might still not give you a concrete feedback, because Meta has this thing where they have their AI that just tries to like flush. They try trying to clean their system, and then sometimes they sort of take out the real accounts, right? What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that as a content person, as a content manager, when you are thinking management, because when you're thinking management, you see that as a problem. It is a problem. It is a problem that Meta is wiping out accounts. Like, people have businesses online, people are growing revenue online. And so it means that if Meta is wiping away social media accounts and people will not be able to make money, or people don't have their accounts, which is their source of business or their brand, as a content person, when you're thinking, because the difference between a content manager, and that's why people with managers at the back of their name. It's not entry level. It's not you are thinking like a manager. The difference between a manager is, how do I even say? The difference is you have foresight. That's what a manager is. You have foresight. So I was giving the example of Meta wiping accounts. I was already thinking that, you know what? If Meta is wiping out accounts, it means that in the next 1 year, people are going to struggle. In fact, I knew of a business that literally struggled to get their accounts back. And throughout that moment when their accounts were suspended, no money. because their revenue comes from Instagram. They do massive ads online, and that's where their money comes from. And so, what was I thinking? As a content manager, I was thinking about my career, thinking about that this thing is a problem, but it's also an opportunity. What can I do? So, what I did is I spoke to my friend. I'm like, guy, if these mental people are running mad, why don't we move? Why don't we let business owners see that content is not just about social media? How about we help people build an email mailing list? See, emails, the whole world can crash, but you will still receive emails. I hope you know. Like Instagram can, if Instagram crashes today as a business owner, for at least 45.9% of Nigerian business owners, if Instagram crashes today, their businesses have crashed. What is a business without money? Like money is literally the bloodline of a business. And so, as a content manager, as someone who is thinking ahead, I'm thinking if this consistently happens, how can because how you have money on social media is because you have customers, you have people who are seeing your product. And so why don't we move them to emails? Why don't you build an email and why don't we literally build email marketing for a business? Why don't we start converting communities? Like instead of being an Instagram focused business, create community for people. Like create funnels. Let it be a funnel. So for example, if I know I've literally spoken about email segmentation here. So if you don't know it, I don't know what you're doing. But follow me closely. Then I was thinking about, you know what? We can either build an email marketing plan for businesses, or we can help them build communities. Communities is a thriving thing on social media. Like not even social media. This internet world, you need to have it. You need to have community. Every brand that is doing so well is because they have community. That's just the truth. And so I started thinking for a business owner, right? We want to move you from being an Instagram based business. What do we do? You have customers, people who are shopped from you. Do you have their numbers? Do you have their emails? When did this person, what season did this person buy your stuff? So I mean, if you have a business or even businesses or brands, you have people who will shop from you maybe whenever you have discounts, whenever you have sales. Sales, yeah, whenever you have sales. That's one group. You have people who are buying from you every day. Those are your top shoppers. Put them in another group. You are literally creating communities for them. What a community would mean is you are giving them tailored experiences. Like if you're saying that me, I bought from you only when there's a discount. I like your product. But what that would mean is for me to be loyal to you. Always send me discount things. Like let me keep on seeing discount and I'll keep buying. So I'm saying, and me as a as a content lead or as a content manager, I'm thinking I don't want this business to just be online. So I will create a community for people like you, people like me that only buy for discounts. Maybe whenever we're doing Easter sales or December sales, just drop me there, put me in a different group. That's a community. Create community for top shoppers, give them exclusivity, give them because this is how you start thinking as someone who is not just running on vibes. It is a mental, like it is a training that you have to go through every day. You won't believe that even till yesterday, I was having a conversation with what is the trajectory of people in social media, content creators in the next 5 years? What do you think this industry is going to look like? People are not paying content writers a lot of money again. Do you guys know? Because of AI. Because people are saying that if I can sit down and AI can write every single thing that I want, why do I need a content writer? What does that mean? It means that in the next 5 years, what would this industry look like? What would make me different? What would make me different as a content writer if there's AI now? Like, this is how you have to start thinking. You need to start projecting, you need to start thinking about your life. You need to start thinking about your life, my people, because AI is here. The world is literally changing. When I left school, I never knew I was going to do it. So I never knew I was going to do social media. In fact, was there anything like social media in our parents' time? Is there anything like social media? But right now, look at the world. You can literally make money from anywhere that you are. And then there is AI. AI is transforming the world. In fact, there's a new discovery that in the next couple of years, we'll start. You might not even need a mobile phone anymore, because AI is going to come and then we're all going to have chips on our hand. So if you have a chip in your skin, all you have to do is, dial a number from here, and then you don't need mobile phones anymore. So if you don't need mobile phones anymore, you have to start, like, yes, the world is changing. That's my point. Like, once you have foresight, you need to have foresight, start thinking about these things. When you have foresight, it's important. In fact, if you might know, it's a conscious thing, it's a daily thing. And you can have this only when you're thinking solution. You are thinking about solutions. What can I do to add more value? What can I do to add more value? Content creation is changing. AI is here. AI is writing things. I literally, like, someone who I know that used to earn $2,000 per month. It's not earning $1,000 per month anymore as a content writer, because her clients are dropping because you're using AI to write. And so what does that tell you? It tells you that if AI is writing things and people don't see any reason, people see no reasons why they should pay content writers anymore, because you can literally do it on AI. So me, that I'm saying I'm a content writer, what will make me different in the next 5 years? What can I do now that will even give me more value in my industry? Put me way ahead of my peers. Are you guys seeing the difference? Again, think solution. Think solution every single time. So I thought about it. In fact, we need to start moving content from social media to an holistic view. Like, blogs are here to stay, emails are here to stay. Like, email marketing is here to stay. Community is here to stay. The world can crash. Instagram can run mad tomorrow. But if you have a community, people outside of Instagram, people who are either on a WhatsApp channel, on your email list, on Telegram, that you have them, you have your community, your people. If Instagram crashes tomorrow, don't you think you'll still be balling? And so what I'm trying to say is, even when you're approaching, as I'm going to teach you about pitching to clients, or putting out yourself there, putting yourself out there, you need to this is how people will look at you, that, but boy, you are thinking far. And because you're thinking far, I will pay you. Let me use your brain. The real world insight I want to share is, your favorite Nigerian brands like Piggyvest, Flutter Waves, they didn't grow by vibes. Like, brands literally have documented content processes. They have content processes, they have content timelines, they have brand guides. There are approval systems. In my company, I can't just post. If I just post, I can't just post. There are approval systems. Oh, my line manager will see it. My line manager will see it. So what this means is, it's only if you're thinking like a content creator, like, you just post today, post tomorrow, post. See, you're thinking small. You're thinking so small. Because again, when you have a skill set like this, you can do, if you decide to drop content tomorrow and decide to start your own company, this is how you have to start thinking. This is how you have to start thinking, right? So let's go. If you are here, say I am here. So here are 5 must have content management practices. Like, these are my top 5. These are the top 5 that I think that if you plug into, if you lock in, these are my top 5 that if you lock in on these 5, you're good. You're literally good because these are things that me I do. These are see there was something that happened. I remember my line manager would tell me that, guy, like, love it. You will say you don't have content, but you bring content that you've created since December and you bring it out in June, in March. Why? Because when I was creating the content back in December, I wasn't thinking of what I'll just post tomorrow. I was thinking I need to have a content bank. I panic when I don't have content, when I don't have a content bank. I panic, guys. I literally panic when I don't have a content bank because why don't I have a content bank? If something happens tomorrow, I can't come to work, what happens? Why do I always have to create content every single day? That's not the way our work is designed. You can literally you can write all the blog posts you want to write in a day. Again, that's if you understand your peak moments. If you're someone who likes to write every day, there are times that you can create content for 2 months. You can create it in 2 days, in 3 days, if you plan properly. And so the next 2 months when you are balling, people will think, you're posting content every day. It means but you've done the work, you are balling. You've literally thought ahead. The next 2 weeks that you're supposed, or the next 2 months, you're literally doing something else with your life. So the first thing is use a content calendar. Content calendar, guys. Calendarize. Like, it's something that I'm learning. I'm learning it too. You're not alone. Like, I'm literally, in fact, my pastor, let me say my pastor, like, he literally says that anything that is not in your routine, everything that's not in your calendar, is not important. If it's not in your calendar, then it's not important. Using a content calendar is important, guys. See, take it from me for free. I've been a social media person for at least 3 years now. And even until last year, I struggled to use content calendar. You ask me, why do you struggle to use content calendar? I struggle to use content calendar because I just didn't see the need why I should have a content calendar. I mean, I saw that my peers were using it and it works for other people. I'm like, it doesn't work for me. But guys, this year I plugged into content calendar. I plugged into it because I started thinking that how will I measure my growth? How will I measure my growth as someone, as a person? How do I match my own growth if I don't have a content calendar? Like, how do I measure the content that is doing well, that's not doing well? Like, these things, they help a whole lot. So, for the content calendar I created for June, like I said earlier, we have seasonal campaigns for the month of June, and so I just infused all of those things together and I use them to create a content calendar, right? What I've seen is that when you have a content calendar, when you're struggling with ideas, you are struggling what to post, content calendar will come to your rescue. Content calendar will help you. When you're looking for content that did well last week, instead of going to go and check Instagram looking for which content did I post on Monday by 6 o'clock, your content calendar is there to help you. Your content calendar is there, like, you know that this is what I posted by Monday 3 p.m. that did well. This is the caption that I did. And when you are in an approval system where people want to see your work ahead of time, people want to know what is going to go up in the next 1 week, people want to approve, you need to plug into content calendar. Start using content calendar. Use Google Doc. Use Google Sheets. I use Google Sheets. But I still want to learn how to use Notion. I like Trello. Personally, I use Trello. But I don't use Trello to create content calendar. Trello is what I use for project management. Like every account that I have everything is on Trello. I use Trello. But I also use Google. In fact, Google Sheets. You can wake me up in the middle of the night and ask me to create content calendar for you. I've used Google Sheets. But Notion works for people too. And people are doing well using Notion. I even decided to even go on YouTube and go and watch Notion. But what am I trying to say? Start from where you are. The one that you can do it. If it's Google Doc, you can use Google Doc. Attach table. Put Monday. This is what I want to post. This is these are the measurements. Content type. Post topic. Date is supposed to be published. When you publish it, go and write. Put a column. When after I publish it, these are the metrics. This is how many likes. This is how many. Put your work in one place. Like, use a content calendar to organize your content efforts. Use it. It takes work. It takes work. I'm not going to lie to you. It takes work. Every Sunday. In fact, yesterday was the only time that I've not sat on in front of my laptop um to just go through my content calendar and just organize myself, because again, I do as much as possible, because I happen to be on some projects, right? So it's not just one. I'm managing my own. I'm managing I happen to just handle a lot. So it is so important that you need to put everything together, so you're not running mad during the week. So use a content calendar, right? Batch create your work. This one, this one will help you when you know how to batch create your work. I know, in fact, I know someone. My dad even sent me his video one day, telling him that, this is your friend. This he didn't even know he's my friend, sef. He just sent me the video that, this guy content is good. But I know the guy. I know the person, right? What this person does is he wears the same clothes for all, all of his content, right? He wears almost the same clothes. So they're either similar or they are the same. And he shoots content. He'll literally shoot 10 videos in a day. And the rest of the week, he'll shoot content in a day. And that day, the content. The remaining days, just be scheduling, be posting the content. Pam, 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 pam. People are consistent. Wow. You don't know that you all the work. You've done all the work like 2 months ago. You're just here posting, but I'm just here posting for you. But I've done the work a long time ago. Right? Let's run. So the third one is create a content bank, create a dump. Create a dump, guys. I have content dumps almost everywhere. Almost everywhere. On my Instagram, I have a folder called content dump. I have for writing, I have for carousel, I have carousel inspo, I have video inspo, I have books inspo. I literally have a content bank for every content that I see that I like. I add it to my collection. Why not you? So whenever I say I'm running out of ideas, I don't know what to do. I'll go back to the things that I've saved, to the things I like to replicate. I'll go back and see. Why don't you have a content dump? Why don't you have a content bank? In the middle of the night, ideas come to me. It's like sometimes when I eat very well, when I'm okay, when I'm resting, when I'm watching a movie, ideas come. And if I don't if I don't pin that idea, I will not remember. Don't lie to yourself. Don't deceive yourself. You will not remember. And so I have a place where I write. I have a place where I'm like, you know what? I want to do this type of content. This, and I keep it there. So that way you're never. So whenever I say I want to shoot content on Saturday, I already have where I'll go and look at all the content I need to shoot, because I already have a content dump. I have a content bank. Some people call it a swipe file, a folder for inspiration, headlines, call to action, visuals, anything you like to read. Because see, social media is copy and paste. People are copy and pasting everywhere, every single way. So don't ever feel bad for trying to refine, or trying to, someone gives you an inspiration and then you're feeling bad to use it. Use it. Use it. I command you to use it. I command you to use it. All right. So don't ever feel like, because somebody is doing this, I don't want to be like I'm copying the person. She don't want to copy the person. I'm not here preaching that you should steal people's content. That's not what I'm saying. If you want to use people's content, give them credit because they created it. They kept in work and blood, sweat, and tears. So give them credit. But what I'm saying, when you see something that inspires you, let it inspire you to create as well. And then give credit to the creator who even inspired you in the first place. Very simple. Repurpose. Repurpose. Repurpose like a genius. If you do blog posts for if you write a blog post for about 2,000 characters, 2,000 words, ah, because you did blog post, who says you cannot turn it into a LinkedIn post? Who says you cannot turn it into trend? Who says you cannot turn it to trend on Twitter? Who said you cannot use it to use it as social media carousel just because you did blog post? See, guys, the thing. Let me not even say it. Let me just move on. Track performance. Track your performance. Like that's the only way you can know that's the only way you can know that you're growing. That's the only way you can track your growth for yourself. Track your performance. Know what is working. Know what is not working. And trust me, I know that sometimes it feels bad. It feels bad to see numbers because numbers doesn't care about emotions. Number doesn't care about numbers don't care about how long you put into to do the work. Numbers don't care about efforts. Numbers are just facts. Numbers are like, oh, this is what at the end of the day, at the end of your batch creating of your everything of your all your content calendar, Ashe, it's just one like that your content has. Collect the feedback. Collect the feedback. Just see it. Don't feel bad to track your performance. Sometimes I cringe at my content too, but I'll go back and check it. I will go back and check my content and see. Or I cringe at it. I feel bad though. Emmanuel, I will still go back and check what's going on. Was it because I posted late? Was it because I posted at this time? Why did I not do well? How many likes? How many engagements? Who liked it? People who like it. Are they my family and friends? Do I need to start doing another thing? Because I don't want family and friends to be liking my own post. So what do I need to do better? So always see, guys, embrace measurement. It's hard. I'm not going to lie because, like I said, numbers don't care about your emotions. They don't care about all the work you've done. They just care. Number is just number. Like numbers do not care about anything else except from results. But you also need to tell yourself that results are predictable. Results are not it's not magic. Like results are literally predictable. And when I mean results are predictable, see you can't sow what you do not reap. That's the best way to put it. Like results are predictable. If you put in the work, you will get your results eventually. That's what I mean by results are predictable. If you're not posting consistently, you cannot have a video that will blow. If you don't post, you cannot have a good video that blows. When I mean blow, you all know what that means. That goes viral. You cannot have that type of content if you do not post. Now, how like that's just the way life works. Like if you do not post, how will you have the video that blows or the series of videos that does well and um, gives you community, give you social media credibility? You won't have all of that if you do not post. If you do not create the content, if you do not batch create the content, if you do not use content calendar, if you do not do every single thing we've been talking about, how? So I know that numbers can be discouraging, but you need to tell yourself that the very day you decided that you want to create a content calendar, the very day the very day you decided that you want to keep your camera in front of you and record, those decisions makes you a winner because you've taken a step. Like you've literally taken a step. So there's I can give you an analogy, the analogy of a runner or an athlete or even someone who is even writing, sorry, who is writing an exam. Do you think that do you think that guys, see, results are just confirmation that, oh, like results are just confirmation of, see, If I'm writing an exam, d- do you think that is the day that the results come out that, oh, you did well, that is what makes me a winner? What makes me a winner is, since I've been reading since a month ago, that I've been going to library, that I've been doing overnight, that I've been following first class students, that I've not been going outside to go and watch movies outside of school. I've been spending my all my time in school library. Those were the moments that I've been a winner. I've been a winner since. Like, I've been a winner because you are a result of the decisions that you make. Like, I've been a winner since I started taking those decisions, because it is those decisions, is the compilation, like, is the small seeds that I did here and there that made that that's why I'm saying that results are predictable. You can't check people who are runners, who are footballers. There's a lifestyle. They have a lifestyle. They are always jogging. They don't eat certain type of food. They're always on the field. They wake up certain type of they wake up they wake up a certain time every single day. It is these decisions that, like, it is these things that, eventually, when Ronaldo wins, Ronaldo is a winner. Ronaldo is not a goat when, like, he's not a goat because of your confirmation, because, oh yes, he collected a I'm not really a football person, so sorry. But what I'm trying to say is the very day you decide to take the steps to make you a winner, to make you a better person, that is, see, that day you are a winner. Those decisions, those are the things that make you a winner. Not results. Because results are predictable. Results results are literally a confirmation of yes. But you've been doing the work since. Look at people who have been building since, like, look at, I mean, there are billions of them out there. So, what am I trying to say? I'm just trying to encourage you to not run away from your numbers. Track your performance, track your content. You might not be doing well as much as you want to do, but the day that you decide to put a camera in front of you, the day that you decide to batch create your content, the day that you decide to start using content calendars, the day that you decided to edit your content, to post today, to publish that button, that is the day you won. Like, you literally win every single day. It is those decisions that define you, because those are the things within your control. You can't control your results, but your results are predictable. Results are very predictable. People who are influencers today, they didn't start today. They've started since. Every content that you see that are effortless, it is not effortless. People put in the work. People put in their blood, sweat, and tears. And so, just because it goes viral, yes, it goes viral, is good, but they've predicted it. By predicting it, I'm saying that because I want to be a winner, I will post. And so, when eventually the post does, when the video does well, I'm not so surprised, because I decided to make. In fact, the content you are doing, I posted it. Do you understand? Right. So let's just that's just motivation for, please. It's not even motivation. Like, literally put it in yourself that you're not defined by your result. The actions that you take to reach that result, like, that is those are the things that define you as a winner, not your result. Your results are predictable, right? So let's quickly. I think this is the time we're supposed to take attendance. So let's take attendance, and then we're going to be back. We're going to be back. So Hello, everyone. Are you back from attendance? Hope you have filled your attendance form. Right. Hope you can hear me loud and clear. Hope there's no interference in the audio, and hope we can start. Please confirm if we can start, so we can just go right into it, guys. Let's go right. Very, 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 very excited. Very pumped. Yeah, you can hear me. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. So we finished talking about my five. I just gave you five. My five must have content management practices. I didn't bombard you. I'm not telling you so much. Just do these five. Just do these five. And please, please, you can always feel free to tag me in your post, tag me. I mean, let me see what you're doing. Feel free to always reach out to me anywhere. Right. So let's go to the next slide. Yeah. Finding clients. Finding clients, guys. I think I already spoke about this when we started, but I mean, I'm always happy to talk about it again. I'm not going to teach you, I'm not going to tell you to go and start looking for people everywhere, going to start uh, bombard them, start to, there's a way. Have you guys entered buses that there's one person that is just in the bus that is trying to advertise one drug or advertising something, and then in your mind you're like, why is this guy making noise? Have you does anybody have that kind of experience when you're in a bus and then there's someone who is selling drug or selling, or most of them they always pray too in church, like pray in the bus and always telling you about Jesus, and then they're always shouting and just making everywhere noisy and making it very uncomfortable for you. Exactly, exactly. If you've had experiences like that, me, I'm not going to teach you to be like that. No, I'm going to show you how to move from being an invisible person to be an in-demand person, especially with these skills that we've spoken about for the past 4 weeks. Sorry, for the past 8 weeks, and that's literally like 2 months plus. So, where you can find people that are going to give you money. First of all, me and you, let's sit down. We need to first note that, see, let me tell you the truth. Money is in people. Money is in people. What that means is the money that you need, the amount of money you want someone to pay you, the money that you actually need is in people. Are in people. Sorry, pardon my French. Everything that you need, the money that you need, they are in people. What that means is the person who's going to give you your next paying job is close to you. The person is, it can even be me. Let me not say me, but it can be anybody close to you, because money is inside people. If I want to transfer money, it's not my name that will be there. Exactly. So you have people around you. That's what I'm trying to say. Even if I tell you to, I'll teach you how to use LinkedIn, I'll teach you how to use Twitter, I can show you how to use cold emailing, how to cold email people on LinkedIn, send a DM even on Instagram. But guys, you see referrals, you see talking to the people that are in your immediate circle. That can be like the first miracle that you need. Because I want you guys to also know that, I mean, I want to believe that every person here, you're just starting. You've not started. So it means that maybe people here have, maybe you have zero to no experience at all. And so you can get those experiences from the people around you first. I said this before, that you can even start it yourself, right? But what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that don't I'm not going to teach you how to start looking up and start saying, oh, I need to work with people, like work with influencers. I need to start work with the people in your environment, because money is in people. That's what I'm trying to say. Right. So, where do you find clients? Number one, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is me, me that I'm in this room. I can tell you that LinkedIn LinkedIn is my source of income. It's one of it's one source of my income. I'm not even going to lie to you. See, LinkedIn is you would find you would find people who are willing to pay for your service on LinkedIn. But guess what? They are not just going to come. You have to be willing to give value first. How I started getting people who give me offers, who would want me to, do consulting or one-on-one session or even manage their pages or give them value is because I started giving value first. In fact, my LinkedIn game is even shaking right now as it is. It's even shaking, unlike before. I mean before, I'm talking about last month. Not okay, it started shaking from last month. I'm talking about earlier this year, from January. My LinkedIn was hot. I'm not even saying January, from last year. I literally had a structure where I would post every day. I am currently in a group. I am in a community group where every day I have to always give account of whether I posted or not, whether I read an industry article today, whether I sent ten connections to people in my industry, whether I left 7 comments on LinkedIn, whether I posted on LinkedIn or on X. Like, I have if me, when I say me, I'm not even almighty. I'm saying if me that I have experience, I still have to put structures in place to ensure that I'm optimizing, that I'm reaching the goal that I want for myself. Not because another person is telling me, but because I want to do it for myself. Then why should you not have systems in your life? Why should you not have systems to ensure that you're doing the work that you want to do for yourself? Me, oh, I'm in a group, and that group, they remove me. This is second time. They removed me sometime in March. They removed me because this is where the group works. The group is for we started last year, right? Started last year, and the goal for that group is to ensure that every person is posting. You're building a personal brand on LinkedIn, either LinkedIn or Twitter. Pick one platform, and that group is to ensure that it holds you. Well, you don't even hold anybody accountable. You take ownership of your life. You are posting, you are sharing to the group, you're reading articles in your industry, you are cold DMing someone that you want to work with, or sharing your portfolio, or sharing case studies. There are weekly calls to ensure that everybody is equipped with the knowledge that they need. People that need to do better will give them feedback. Like, I'm telling you that I'm in a community like that. And they removed me. They removed me because there was a day there's a form that you have to fill every day before 11:30. And that day I didn't fill the form. Valid reason. It's like I slept off that day or something happened. Valid reason. I don't know what happened that day, but I just forgot to not fill the form. And they removed me. Mind you, someone I know that started that group, and they removed me. Nobody cares. They removed me. Do you know what I did? I went to pin lovers removed from this group. I pinned it. So every time I open my WhatsApp, I see that this group that I wanted so much at the beginning of the year, they have removed me. That is my motivation to keep moving forward. Everything that I've learned on this group, I will keep on pasting them. What am I trying to say? Me, I'm trying to say that if I have systems in my life like that, why should you not have? In fact, on the group today, Monday is compulsory. I've not posted on LinkedIn today. But I'm going to post before I close my eyes, before that form closes. Now imagine, if it's not like I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but there's a structure that makes it a non-negotiable. And that's what you need if you want to go far in your life. But again, let's come back. LinkedIn. Right? First of all, you need to optimize your profile and smart content, post content, guys. See, LinkedIn is people on LinkedIn. First of all, can you hear me? Are we all together? Hope I've not lost anybody. If you have any question, keep them, because we're going to collect every question that we can, because we're rounding up the class, and So are we all together? Are we all together first? Are we all together? Please confirm if you're all together so I can go on. Are we all together? So to thrive on LinkedIn, My own personal hack on LinkedIn, my own personal hack, and what I've seen that works for people is to create content. See, the good thing about LinkedIn is that LinkedIn is not like the Twitter. LinkedIn is not like TikTok or Instagram where you have to carry camera. Don't carry camera on LinkedIn. Drop your camera somewhere. Come and give. See, on LinkedIn, what has helped me is every content that I post. I'm talking to you like I'm talking. I'm not talking to you like I'm not begging you for work. Oh. I'm not saying I'm giving you. I'm already imagining that you're a business owner. I'm giving you value for free. That's how to win on LinkedIn, guys. That is what has worked for me. And like I said, every client that I've gotten, almost, I want to make sure I'm not exaggerating. Maybe 80%, 80 to 90%, or yeah, 80% or 90% of I'm telling you that every opportunity that I've gotten is from LinkedIn. And it's simply because I started posting content. I started giving value like I'm working for you. Like I want to work for, like if we are working together, the value that you will get is on my LinkedIn. You want to know how to create a winning strategy, it's on my LinkedIn. If you want to know what I've learned for the past 3 years in my in content creation, in content marketing, it's on my LinkedIn. If you want to know how to create content that converts, it's on my LinkedIn. If you want to, what else? I like, if you want to, how to before I used to do storytelling content, I used to do a day in my life. Not literally a day in my life, but I'll say, what it means like to be a content creator in an e-commerce space. And then I started to realize that with this group that I am in, this group that I'm in, we had a meeting, and then we're like, you know what? Storytelling content doesn't work on LinkedIn, except if you are there to inspire people. But if you are there for opportunities, you need money, you need opportunities, you can't be giving storytelling content. People on LinkedIn want to see how to. People on LinkedIn want to see results, want to see what you are doing. How can you give them value? So, LinkedIn is not aesthetic. LinkedIn is work. Show your work. How to let me see things that you've worked on. Let me see things you've worked on. Let me see your clients, your client testimonials. Let me see how to give me value. That's LinkedIn. Oh. You see the other part about optimizing profile, optimizing your about, all those things. They are just quarter of the work that you need to do. The main work, the nitty-gritty is in your content. I can tell you for free, I have people who have given me offer on LinkedIn. Yes, on LinkedIn. Recruiters are on LinkedIn. They are there. They'll just send it, and then I'm like, oh, no, it doesn't work for me. I'll say it doesn't work for me. I'll go and refer. I'll give it to a colleague. It has happened on LinkedIn. You won't say there are billions, there are thousands of other people in my industry who are there. But what will make you different is that you are giving value. People want to see that they are employing people who already know the work. People don't want to employ people that they have to teach, because not everybody has the time. And especially because in this part of the world where people in this part of the world where I just lost my train of thought. But what I'm just trying to say is that if you're working in a place like in a startup, like, people don't have time to wait for you to onboard, for them to teach you. People don't have time. Like, business needs to make money. So people want to recruit people who, or recruiters want to employ people or bring to their teams people who already know the work. And that's what LinkedIn is for. So LinkedIn, yes, you can cold DM people. I will teach you how to cold DM. Cold DM is basically just pitching out yourself to people, right? It's just basically pitching yourself out to people who you like to work with. But this is how you're going to move from invincible, from being in demand. I'm not going to teach you how to bombard people's DM and how to, start making noise that I made this, I made that. Give people value. When people see value, they will come to you. I promise you. I literally promise you, I'm not even joking because I am a testament. See, I was sleeping on LinkedIn all through my years. I just woke up to LinkedIn last year, ending last year and this year, and I've seen what it has done. And for me, aside from the opportunity, you're building your personal brand. Like you're literally positioning yourself as an industry leader, as a thought leader, that they're talking about social media and you can hear Lovette's voice because Lovette has capacity, like she's competent enough to add value to it, to that conversation. Not because I'm the best, but because I can add to it, because I have the accurate knowledge to add to that conversation. And you want to be that type of person because when you are that type of person, you can demand, like you can actually demand what you want. So LinkedIn, smart content. Twitter, yes, reply tweets, offer insights, right? Twitter and LinkedIn, aside from positioning yourself, aside from personal brand, like aside from positioning yourself, on LinkedIn you can get opportunities. Aside from searching for jobs, use the bullion. There's a bullion trick thing I learned from Adefe a couple months ago. All right, you can get jobs on LinkedIn. You can, in fact, Twitter is even another. Twitter is a sweet place as well. So cold DMing people, personalize it, make it relevant, make it respectful. You want to DM me that you want to work with me and you're just telling me hi, good evening. Hi, good evening. Uh-huh. What next? Hi, good evening. Mm-hmm. What next? Uh-huh. The thing about DMing people is people some because some of you don't know how to do it right. Some of you do it wrong. You make it even hard for people who are actually putting in the work to even reach out to other people and to network with them, or just reach out to them in the first place because you people are making it hard. People just send out someone DM and say hello, hi, and then you're like, I'm like, what's going on? Hi, are you like, are you okay? How was your day? Is that why we're here? Is this why you are here? A lot of people don't put in the work. How will you be DMing somebody who already has two kids, who already has digital products, who is giving value on the internet, and you're not personalizing it? Some of you just go and copy ChatGPT and paste it on somebody's DM. If it's you, will you like it? If it's you, will you like it? If it's you that me, I'm saying I want to work with you, you can obviously see it's ChatGPT. There's no refining. You've never taken time to even edit the punctuation, to even remove the comma, to even do anything. You just copy and paste it. Some of you, the same DM you sent to Salem King is the same thing you sent to Adora. It's the same thing you sent to Adeife. It's the same thing you sent to, and somebody will read it and you think they'll be happy to have you in. You need to put in the work. When you're DMing someone, you're making is personalized. They can see that. They can see it. Because I always say that, see, people can read intention. When you're an intentional person, people can see it. So please, I beg you, with everything that I have inside of me, when you're reaching out to people, see, put in the work. Even if it's 30 minutes you are spending on the person's page, 30 minutes to read their books, 30 minutes to see their product, 30 minutes to know who they are, at least put it in. That's the least you can do, especially if you want to get something from. That's the least you can do. Because if you're in that position as well, you not just want any random person to just come and start, copying the same thing. And you even see it when people are applying for jobs. You just copy ChatGPT, copy every single thing, like no editing, no. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Like you just copy dear line manager, you just copy all sorts and then you go and copy and paste. Someone sits in their DM and then if they block you, you say, this is per wicked. Because I'm not where because I'm not where you are treating me like this. Sorry. Oh. Moving on to referrals. So, like I said, referrals work. Like I said, people do not argue with results. I always say this. People do not argue with results. People always argue with knowledge. People cannot argue with results. If people are seeing what you're doing, if you're sharing insights with me, you're saying you handle this page to this page and you're able to get at least 50 new followers in less than 3 months using this type of content, using this type of strategy, and you screenshot it, you let me see what your client has said before, you let me see the numbers. People do not argue with results, guys. That is why that's why babalawos are cashing out. That is why babalawos are cashing out. That's why people who are doing ministry, people who are doing things that are not even, morally right or great in the society are doing well because they have the results. That's why people want to start doing all type of illegal stuff to just make ends meet because people do not argue with results. They can see that illegal things are working. So why should I not do it? So referrals work like magic. So do the great work. Ask for testimonials. Ask for people to like let people and it's easy. If I'm happy about what you've done for me, I don't mind putting in a word for you. But if I don't like what you've done for me, why will I why will I even want to stress myself? So do great work. It will speak for itself, right? So this is a client. Are we still together though? Let me check. Are we still together? Hope we're still together. Hope I've not hurt your feelings. If I've hurt your feelings, I'm not gonna apologize. You're gonna be well. You're gonna be fine. I hope we're together. Right. So this is my client magnet framework. This is my client's magnet framework, and this is what I'm giving to you. The first thing is position yourself. See, position yourself. I can't remember the last time I applied for a job. I can't remember the last time I applied for a job. Every work that I have, every project that I'm currently working on is based on the fact that I position myself. Has it been easy? No. I told you I have a system. That group is literally my regulatory system. I don't I can't remember last time I asked anybody to give me a job or I don't, and I'm not even bragging. Like I'm not even that, it's just what it is. How I've gotten jobs, referrals, how I've gotten jobs, LinkedIn, online. And that's because I position myself. Or I am even positioning myself because I'm not even positioning the way I want to position. But at least I'm not where I used to be. And I give God all the glory. So position yourself is important. Now you see I'm positioning myself. And because I'm positioning myself, when the results are coming, I'm not surprised because they are predictable. I'm even currently here teaching you this based on referral. So position yourself. You can say things like, I help lifestyle brands write emails that convert followers or buyers. And when I mean position yourself, you're making your message clear. People can think about you and know exactly what you're doing. That is how you position yourself. Your message is clear. You are not selling wig tomorrow. You are not selling dress next tomorrow. You are not you are not you are not doing personal shopper today. You are not selling fuel tomorrow. You are not making selling wig next tomorrow. You are not doing catering on Thursday. On Friday, you are not doing your strange job. You are sticking to your message is clear, like you're saying this is what I help people to do, and this is what I help people to do. Again, show proof. Create case studies from mock projects. See past results. See, guys, in this generation, it's very easy for you to gain experience. I'm telling you, it's very easy. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. Very easy. So I literally, it's even in my notes where I want to even do case studies of brands like Netflix, Coca-Cola, and put it up on my LinkedIn or just share on my social media and put it there. Because these are case studies of marketing campaigns that I like, that they've converted, that brands should even jump on. Those type of case studies. If I want to work with Piggyvest, I will do a case study. I will literally do a mock-up. Send it, look for their hiring man, look at their hiring, their talent management on LinkedIn or their recruiter on LinkedIn. Send the person a code DM, tag them, let them see. See, it's because I won't tell you that it is hard. It just takes effort. Shift that perspective. It's not hard. It takes effort. It will take effort. And you need to put in the effort, but it's not hard. It's not hard one bit. So create case study. You think that, so imagine if Piggyverse is recruiting maybe a content person or a content writer, and me, I have done a case study of Piggyverse on my LinkedIn. I've posted it. My case study will involve Piggyverse writing style in 2016 versus Piggyverse writing style in 2025. The amount of conversion from what I can see from their blog posts. How many readers do they have? How many people follow their community? Do before and after. Do all of my research now, post it. And you think a recruiter that is looking for someone to join Piggyverse as a content writer will come to my page and not pick me, or I'll not be in top three? How is that possible? It's not. Except if the person is your ex. I'm sorry. Except if the person is your ex. Because how else? In as much as, in as much as every person, see, we all want personalized experiences. People who put in the work would always get attention than people who are just freestyling. That's just life. If someone sends me a DM, like literally tells me, Lord, I've been following your work since 2016, this is what you've done, da 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 da, your work has blah 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 blah, la, 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 la. The person literally, I'll say that, person has done their work and you work. That's how to get people's attention. Not by just waiting till you find job. You will wait for a long time. Hopefully you don't even fall in the hands of scammer, because I heard there are a lot of scamming jobs, these days. But positioning yourself is the see, it's like this when you position yourself. Use this case study as an example, and then they are looking for someone to write for them. Even if you don't want to, even if eventually you don't work for Piggyverse, if I want to hire you and I've seen what you've done, you've shown me proof, you've seen I can already see what you offer me if I employ you on my team. You think I'll not employ you? Ah, people say you start thinking like a business owner, because at the end of the day, you're all going to be running something, whether it's a personal brand, whether it's someone else's business, whether it's your business. So you need to start thinking that way. So be discoverable, optimize your bio, your content, your comments on your skill set. Like, be discoverable. Remember, even me, the kind of things I post, I don't just post them. I already do my research on the keywords I should use. What are people looking for? What's the content that a business owner is currently trying? What's the problem that a business owner is currently trying to solve that relates to their content? How can I be of value? How can I offer them value? That's how you're going to be discoverable. So, tools that you actually use. I hope you know that this is the last class. This is the last class that this is the last week. It's not the last. This is the last week. So everything you're learning here, you better check them. Okay. Tools that you actually use: scheduling, use Buffer, Metrical, MetaSuits. I personally use Meta. I use Meta for Facebook and Instagram. For Buffer, I use Buffer for other social media accounts. Metrical as well. I have colleagues who use Metrical and they say it's cool. For planning, Notion, Trello, Asana. I knew about Asana back in maybe 2020, but I didn't. I have not used it so well. But I do see a lot of people say that is a great planning app. Um, I personally, I mentioned that I use Google Doc, I use Google Sheets, I use Trello. Notion is actually good as well. I use Notion, but I've not optimized Notion as much as people. Notion is an entire world on its own, literally, based on what I've seen. But I've not even scratched it. I'm still using it for weekly to do for small, 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 small. You can literally create an entire. You can literally organize your entire life on Notion. Like I'm talking content calendar. I'm talking like you can literally calendarize your life for Notion. So it's a very great planning tool. For writing and editing, Google Doc, Grammarly, and Hemingway always works. Grammarly works like magic. Google Doc, that's that's my go-to anytime, any day. Analytics, Meta Insights. You can use Meta Insights when you're using Meta Suits, right? You can also for analytics, that's for your email. For your email, you can also use. Sorry, give me a second. Okay, now this seems to be for your analytics. You can also use Meta. I mean, you can use Meta Insights. You can use Meta Insights when you use Meta Suits, or you can always check insights. You can always check insights on the app that you use. So I think that each social media platform has evolved to the point where you can check the analytics, you know. But when you're doing a social media report or a 360 report, you would need it's best, it would be good, when you have an app or you use a tool that sort of covers all social media platforms, so you already have the reports instead of the in-apps analytics report. So I mean, you have email analytics, you have BitLY, that's for website. So how to pitch yourself strategically. I hope that was clear. I just run through it because it's not something that I think I need to dwell upon, because I think it's something we've spoken about a lot of time during this class. Did we get it? Did we get it? Did we get it? Okay, so I'm just going to move. How to pitch yourself strategically. Now, pitching yourself, you must answer three questions. Three simple questions. First off, who are you? How can you help? And why now? I literally almost walk into an opportunity. When I say almost, let me even rephrase it. I literally, so I'll give you a backstory. There's a friend of mine. I won't even say we're friends. I know someone, right? He owns a thriving business. His business is doing very well. In fact, they have stores across Lagos. They have store across Lagos and they're expanding. They're doing wonderful things, right? And I recognize that he he wants to do so much with his personal brand, but he barely has the time, right? Look at what I did. We saw on Sunday, right? Seem to attend the same church, or I saw him on Sunday, and then we're talking, and I'm like, you know what? Um, Mr. X, like, I know that you have so much skills that you like to optimize. You literally like to build your personal brand, but I also know that you do not have time, right? I can help you create content for your personal brand. We can start with posting at least twice on LinkedIn, twice on Instagram, twice on TikTok, and just one day, maybe Saturday, I come in, I script your content, I give you a content calendar. We have a we have a we have a system. What I mean system, we have a we I help you shoot your videos, I help you edit your videos, I script your videos for you, and I help you post your videos. And at the end of each month, we sit down, do a report, right? That's literally what I said. And then he's like, wow, Tove, this is so brilliant. Like, I never thought about it before. And then I'm like, oh, in my mind, I'm like feeling like a because I think it's general knowledge. I didn't see again when you're familiar with yourself, like when you're familiar with certain informations, you think that every person thinks like you, but not everybody thinks like you guys. So I literally on that spot, I got myself a job because he was asking me, okay, how much will you charge? I was like, okay. And then he's like, you know what? I'm coming. I'll think about it. Always, I'll get back to you. I think it's an amazing plan. I never thought about it before. This is so brilliant. I really like to get. When can we start? I'm like, okay. Please let me get back to you. Me, I had them that please let me get back to you to check because I don't want to carry what I can. I don't want to carry more than I can handle. What does that mean? It means that pitching yourself first starts with when you understand the value that you bring. When you understand the value you bring, you will know the people that need your value and you'll be able to pitch to them. And see, pitching does not mean it's not even anything serious. It's literally a conversation, right? Who are you? What do you do? Let me give you a backstory. I thought I really want to share this. I was watching a podcast. I was watching a diary of a CEO. Um, and he had Simon Sinek on the show, and they were talking about something. And then the part that struck me, please, can you guys hear me? Please confirm if you can hear me very well before I continue. Confirm if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. So the podcast, Diary of a CEO, it's an episode with Simon Sinek. And then it came to a part where they're talking about purpose. And then Simon Sinek was talking. Simon Sinek is the author of Start with Why and a couple of other books. So they were talking about purpose, and something struck me, guys. Let me share it. They checked a data, and the data shows that more men are more lonely than women, right? And so he said that purpose is a mechanism to feel less lonely. And this is the part that grabbed my attention. See, guys, if someone asks you, okay, if someone asks, if you ask me, who are you? Or let's say you've never met me before, and then you ask me, ah, hello, nice to meet you. What do you do? I say, I'm a social media manager. That's person A. Person B, you ask me, what do you do? And I say, I help, and I say something like, I inspire people to do what inspires them, or I help people, or I help lifestyle brands convert. I say something, okay. I say something like, so instead of again, person A, what do you do? I'm a social media manager. I'm a lawyer. I'm a doctor. Okay. Person B, who are you? I've never met you before. What's your name? My name is Love. What do you do? I inspire people to do what inspires them. I inspire people to do what inspires them. Or I say something like, I help build conversations with adults to help them reach their fullest potential. See, guys, the difference between that response A and response B is purpose, is intention. And I'm not here to teach you purpose. I'm not telling you about purpose. I'm not teaching you. What I'm saying here is those two things, those two responses can be the defining thing in your career. Can be, see, it can be the most if you don't get anything from this class, get that. Get that. You understand who you are. You understand the value that you are giving to people. That you are not just a social media, you're not just doing see the- I hope you know that social media is a low barrier industry. And so social media is not like lawyers or medical doctors that they do 5 years in school. Anybody can be a social media manager. And you are telling me you're a social media manager. What makes you different from the next person that will give you my own brand that I've worked with blood, sweat and tears, and I will give you? What will make you different? That is knowing who you are, the value that you bring. Instead of me saying, I'm a social media manager, I say things like, I'm a storyteller. I help brands create stories that helps them to convert their sales. Let me now take it a notch. I'm saying I help lifestyle brands to create stories to help them build communities. Because at the end of the day, like you are, oh God, see, oh, let's talk about money. You are thinking far ahead. Like you recognize that the conversation we have in this place, I'm a business owner, I'm looking for a social media manager. I ask you, you say you're a social media manager, and I hear the response of person B. You think I will not want to have a deeper conversation with person B, even if I don't give person B my job, the job, because sorry, even if I don't give person B the job, excuse me, because maybe at the end of the day I can't afford them or something, I would want to have a conversation with person B. I would not want to have a conversation with someone who is just a social media manager. I will want to, at least I will ask you, okay, you say you help lifestyle brands, you help yeah, lifestyle brands create stories that helps them convert and build communities. How do you do that? What are the strategies that you use? What are the tools that you use? How many lifestyle brands have you worked with? Can I see your portfolio? Can we jump on a call sometime next week? Oh, can we have lunch? Are you people here? Are you people here? Because this is the meat of this class. Are you, please? Did you people catch what I just said? At least is there one person that caught what I just said? Because see, again, social media money. See, this skill that we are learning, this skill that we all have, is a low barrier. People are social media managers every single day. Oh. If I am a social media manager and there are billions of social media managers out there, what will make you different is the understanding what your strengths are, understanding the value that you give to people. That is what makes you different. And that is how you can put it out there that this is who I am. Oh, my name is Lovers. I am not just a social media manager. See, I craft compelling stories that help people. See, again, the topic was about purpose. Sorry, I don't know what happened to my network, but again, the topic was about purpose. But then, because I wake up every day and you ask yourself that, why do I wake up every day? Why am I, what's driving me? Is it bills that are driving me to go to work every day? You need to have a compelling why. You need to have something that drives you. But that one is a separate thing that you have to come. That's not what I'm talking about. But me, I'm saying that even in my personal life, I am practicing it. I'm waking up every day. I'm saying, why am I waking up every day? Am I waking up? Am I going to spend the next 1 year of my life, 5 years of my life, slaving away, just doing social media manager work, and there's no value, there's no purpose to it for me. It's not helping my own life. I don't have any why. It's not aligning with my goals. It's not making me a better person. So you need to come to that place. That's it can be for your own personal development, but right here, right now, if you need to understand your value to the marketplace. Me, if you're bringing me to your team, I will tell you. See, I'll look at your brand. See with the strategies I already have with content pillars, building personal brand. I would dissect what your brand is. Create consistent. Consistent. See, there was something I even learned recently on how to dissect. In fact, I started creating content calendars differently. I started creating it through I started segmenting, a brand audience or a business audience. I started segmenting it. I segment it because people follow you for different reasons, right? So it means if people are different people are following for different reasons. How about you start creating content that aligns with different levels of people? And so when you even do that, you can even change. That's a whole different class, guys. But what I just mean to say is that you need to understand what your value is. And you will not understand your value if you're not even doing the work at all. You need to start. Social media is broad. When I started, I was like, I wanted to be a digital marketer. Digital marketing is broad. Digital marketing covers SEO, covers YouTube, covers social media, covers Google ads, covers YouTube marketing, covers. Find your own strength, find what you can do. You don't have to be everywhere. See, the best way to have 10 sources of income, three sources of income in this economy, because you can't just be living with one source of income. That's if you have bills, real bills. If you want one source of different source of income, the best way you can do it is to diversify. Diversify from one thing. Not as if you are selling pepper tomorrow, you are doing personal shopping next tomorrow, you are doing influencer the next 3 days. You have something and then you diversify it. From content, you can help people do consulting, content strategy for them. You can help people create content calendars. Put a price to it. Put consulting, put a price to it. Build your own personal brand, you get brand deals, put a price to it. There's That's the only way you will not burn out. You will not kill yourself. Understand what your value is and diversify it. Let other streams come from it. Right? So, sorry. Remember your pitch. 3 questions. Who are you? How can I help you? I gave you an example of how I even landed a job in church on Sunday. It was not even my plan to even land a job. I just talking to my friend, and then I knew his problem, right? So this is a structure on how to send a cold DM. Number one, friendly opener. So cold DM is when you're reaching out to someone who you're not friends with, you want to work with them, you want to connect with them. So this is a template that I think that works, right? So friendly opener, be quite friendly, reference their business, like show that you did your own work. A lot of you are lazy, you're not intentional, and you people are not. If are not, it's not good. It's a smelling behavior. Drop that behavior. Show that you did your homework. Don't enter my DM and act like you you're entitled to something. Like show me that you actually did your work. Not that you're messaging me and saying hello, hi. Not just me. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about people that you actually want to work with, places that you actually want to be. Show that you did your homework. That's what attracts people. Intention attracts people. It's attractive. When a guy comes to toast you and then you see the way he's going, that is very intentional. You said you will give him. Okay. Offer a clear tailored benefit. With the same example I did with my friend, I gave my friend what I can help him and do. I understood his problem. And I offered a tailored benefit. I told him, if I help you build your personal brand, see, I will create a content calendar for you. I will write scripts for you. I will edit your videos. We'll shoot it together, but I will edit your videos. I will publish your content twice in a week. I will give you a report at the end of the month. I said all of this. And then next thing is asking me, how much do you want to charge? Oh, I was like, it's not me that I was saying I'll get back to you. Because in my mind, I started thinking, how will I do it? Because my weekends are everything. I already have, how is it going to fit into my schedule? I was like, let me get back to you. Right? So offer tailored benefits. Again, who are you? The last one is end with a light CTA. Are you open to exploring how we can work together? Or are you free for a call? Or let there be a very, again, it's not imposing. It's just like, what are the next steps? Are you free for us to discuss more? I would like to share more ideas, or something. right? So today, this is the end of today's class. Thank you so much, so much for joining. Please, I think, remember that you are a winner. The time, the very day, the very day you make the decisions, when you start making decisions, the very day you decide to start something, not the result. The very first day you decide, that is when you become a winner. Because results are predictable, guys. Results are very predictable. Very predictable. Um, remember, remember that you've done so well joining this class from today up to this point. So well done. Very big well done. Um, so today, this is the end of today's class. I'm not sure when we're going to see again, but I hope that I see you doing so well with, with your with every single thing that you're doing. Again, don't forget that you can tag me online. You can, try not also to reach out. Don't be strangers. Reach out. And yeah, I've come to the end of today's class. I'll see you. I don't want to say. I don't know where I'll see you. I can see you at the top. I can see anywhere you see me. Just see me. I'll see you at the top. I'll see you everywhere. Keep doing amazing things. I'm rooting for every single one of you. And do not forget that life will meet you at the level of your audacity. So make sure you're taking steps to ensure that this class, this 8 weeks has been very valuable to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I wish this class would not end, but it has to end. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Don't forget you can always rewatch the videos, and yeah. Bye.